That's just an
In the
example. Huh?
like I always say, it's in the package that she want what she wants, and she wanted it in the package that she wanted it in. He had the package that she wanted. So she was going to try to put what she wants into that package. He was who he was. He was letting you know, I don't got what you got. I don't got what you want. You know what I'm saying? But if you going to be sleeping in your house, drive your car while you're working on, okay, I'll pretend as long as I can, you know. But like I said, but that goes back to when I tell you about women. Women in their choice making is they think and they say they want to choose somebody with A, B, and C. But the the A, B, and C, when it comes to them, it's not in the what the snap pop the balloon people above 6 feet, six figures, six all this stuff, and they don't want that. So they'll find that six figure, all the other little stuff, or how many of the closest they can get to of all the little sixes, and they would try to say, "Hey, I got these. Let's see if I can groom these into him."
Yeah. And
But
so go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
but when it doesn't work out, it's never, "Hey, I chose this. I was trying to make this out of this." It's that person.
Hmm.
It's that person. They was wrong. And like you said, he showed you who he was from the jump.
Yeah. And so guys have they find themselves in the same situation when they're chasing the woman with, that this oftentimes they'll ignore the this type of red flag when she's extremely attractive.
Yeah.
And so it's like, oh, well, I'm a nice guy, so I could be your superhero.
Yeah.
I don't know why that just popped in my head, but yeah. So yeah, that's how they end up getting it into those situations where they ignore where you're asking a woman about her exes and she tells you that they're all crazy or that they're all narcissistic and that doesn't register as a red flag to you
Do
because you're
you
enamored by her beauty or by other things.
now, you know what I'm saying? We've been out here dating, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? As mature men. Uh
Let's rephrase that. We have
I'm not saying
had.
yeah, I'm saying we were. I said we were dating. I didn't say we are.
Okay.
I didn't say I said we were dating out here as mature men. Would you get into a conversation with the woman talking about her ex? Because I when that pops up, I move away from that. I'm not trying to hear the baggage of that. I'm not trying to talk about that. I'm trying to get to know you.
Well, I mean, so all right, so you want to know, you kind of have to ask questions, right? And you're not asking questions like, "Well, tell me about your exes," right?
Yeah.
You're wanting to know, especially if, she's a fairly accomplished woman and she's attractive and, she's got a nice figure and you can visually look at her and see that there should be a reason why that you, that, that there should be a reason why you're not here in front of me, right? You should be locked up already
Yeah.
just from a visual standpoint. So your questioning should and be inquisitive of why that is the case, right? Now, you're not asking about exes, but it could be something as simple as, you know, if I could sit, like one of my favorite questions was if I could sit down and have a conversations with some of the people that you have dated, what would they say about you? Right? And then just asking a simple question like that, it's asking about her, and then you let her tell on herself, right? Because
True.
nine
True.
out of 10 times they have to bring up their ex, right? But it's asked in a way where the question's about her, but it's not about them. But they just by pure nature of conversation, they typically go into these discussions. So Another one that's on the list is, and you go laugh at this one. Money mismatch or entitlement.
That one got me too. But I done got two of the three up there. God damn.
This is one that I think is probably the most, I don't want to say it's the most prevalent, but it is one of the loudest red flags that is, well, it's quite prevalent
From a man
today.
standpoint. From a man standpoint.
No, 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 no. So what I mean is there's a large population of, let me not say that. There's not a large population, but there's a population of women who their expectations from a financial standpoint within a relationship is far beyond what their abilities are in their own personal life. And so I actually saw a video today where a woman said that the man that is going to date her, he has to make at least $100,000 a month because she makes, he has to 10x her and she makes 10K a month. Which 10K is good. That's $120,000. But she wants a man who makes $1.2 million dollars. She makes 120K a year. She wants a man that makes $1.2 million dollars a year. And I'm thinking to myself,
Man making that don't deal with women like you.
I mean, she was an attractive woman, right? She was an attractive woman. I could see her being with a man that makes that kind of money. But at the same time, you know, I went to, a quick story. F1, the Formula One,
Yeah.
is in town this weekend. So my son is here. He flew in from St. Louis on Tuesday, and we're gonna go up to Austin for the weekend and go to the F1 race.
Yeah.
We went to a car show last night in Austin with all exotic cars, right? So you're talking Lambos, Bugattis, blah blah blah. I don't know. I'm not really into cars like that, so I don't really know. But a whole bunch of extremely expensive cars. They auctioned off a Lamborghini for $300,000 last night. So we're talking around people that got that kind of money. And so as a relationship coach, right? And I hear these different things that women are talking about, and I'm looking and I'm watching the dynamics of people, and it's quite evident of majority of the people who got money, but I'm looking at their wives or their girlfriends, and I'm looking at how they move, how they interact with people, you know, and I would suggest to a woman that well, I'm kind of getting off topic. But what I noticed is that there was a large population of single women who were dressed to impress, who were there looking for these type of men. But the type of men that were there that got that kind of money, they're a lot older. They already have somebody. Or the third thing that I noticed is that you as the woman, you're second or third on his list of priorities, right? Because it's business, money, and then everything else after that. And so, there's a lot of women who want six figures and above, but aren't really prepared to deal with that kind of lifestyle, right?
No. I take it as when I hear women say stuff like that, because women understand a man who's out there getting it like that, they know that this man here is probably not going to be the most attentive man to me with my personal needs. Uh, don't hit me when I say this, but it's just how I feel. They want that man like that because they can get in, and within a few years they can say that they're not being loved, they don't feel loved no more. They can get out and they can have a check coming in. That's just how I feel.
So what you're saying is that they want they're looking for a guy who's already at the finish line so that they can get in, get what they need, and then get out.
Get out.
And so if you were advising a guy who is looking to date, right, and he's running into these type of women who are, they have unrealistic expectations, right? They want XYZ, but then they don't even have the ability to provide that in their own life. What would you tell them?
Don't laugh at me because I tell guys this all the time. Just wait. She gonna get fed up. Just wait. You know what I'm saying? Because and that might sound bad, but it's the truth. And women will say, "Oh, well, you a hurt man." No, it's not a hurt man. It's when I say that, I'm saying that from the simple fact that you have somebody or you have individuals who try to give you 80%. You're focusing on the 20% that they may or may not have. You're not seeing the 20% that they can possibly go get. Or if they get with you, y'all can cover that 20%.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to this young lady at work the other day. I told her, I said, well, if you're talking about how valuable a woman that you are, if a man gets with you, he already gonna be in the winning circle. So his value gonna increase just by having you, right? If you're such a valuable woman, if you're focusing on what he don't have, and you are the valuable piece, and he doesn't, and that's all that he's missing is something of value. Well, you're the value. You come into his life, and once he got you into his life, he just sprouts out. You are the value, right? If you're saying everything it is, you are the value. Well, you get what you become the value. You get with that person, you nourish him, you water him, you prune him, and watch him sprout. But they don't understand that.
So if I was advising a dude, right, on he's finding that, a lot of the women that he is trying to date are women who are seeking something that's well out of his range, then first off, you might want to look at a different category of women, right? First off, right?
Yeah,
The second thing that I would do is advise them is, hey, if that's the woman that you want to chase, then that means you got to get your bread up.
yeah,
You got to get your bread up, right? And understand that you want someone who has no problem building with you,
yes.
right? You want somebody who understands that, hey, if you have a vision and you have a goal for your life and for, your eventual family life, then like you said, if she has that value and she can come in and be an asset to his life and enhance his goal and vision and get him to the place where he thinks that he wants to be, then the money will come.
The money will come.
The money will come, and it will be something that y'all have built together. So the likelihood of her just picking up her ball and running
Hmm.
gradually drastically decreases because it's something that y'all have built together.
Yeah,
And so, you got to look at it from that dynamic. And it says why men ignore it is that it's a chivalry overreach.
it is because it overreach.
Yeah, it's like, you emptying out the bank account for a $400 meal when that's all you got in the account.
Yeah, yeah. And I tell young, you know what I'm saying, because you know what I'm saying, I'm the I'm the OG at work. Everybody called me Unc. You know what I'm saying? I got kind of frustrated a few times. Hey, cause I ain't no goddamn Unc. But but I'm going with the flow with it now, and you know what I'm saying, because when I was younger, I sought out older individuals. Um, if you look at my friend group, my friend group is kind of diverse, but I have a lot of friends that are over the age of 60. You know what I'm saying? Well, I say 55 and up, over the age of 55 and up. You know, they're 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15 years older than me because you know what I'm saying, I saw out counsel one of my best buddies. Um, he was a lifesaver when I was going through my divorce. His name is Mr. Stewart. He's one of my guys here. Older gentleman, wise, kept me grounded. But I tell the young guys this here: a valuable lesson with dealing with women of today. Now, you can, like you just talked about, spitting that forward, chasing this woman over here, and she's letting you, if she's giving you all these standards and preferences, cool. But if her first thing is, hey, these are the places I don't go, and this is what I'm not doing, just understand that's a money pit. You're not you're not going to get any return on your investment.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get any return on your investment. Now, if you dealing with somebody on the lower end of the spectrum, those individuals there is again not any, you know what I'm saying, getting return on your investment, because these are women that you know that your heart of heart don't meet your standards of what a woman that you want in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is what we call the middle tier. These are women that are highly productive. They tend to, uh, and all women come with something. These are
I mean,
women
all
who have,
men do too as well.
all men do too. Not gonna lie, do too. But these are the conversations that I'm having with the young bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Now, now these women in this middle tier, they done been through some stuff. They done seen something. And through all of that, they still remain steadfast and focused on actually seeking out someone to love and someone to love them. But your investment with this woman here is not really going to be monetary, because modern woman, she most likely has her own. Your investment is going to be in quality of the person who you are and what you're going to be able to add to her life. Now, when I say they come with something, some of them come with a little attitude, some come with a pre-made family, but these are things you have to understand. These are the women that's going to actually be what you're looking for. These are the women that's going to add, you're going to add to them, and they're going to add to you. Now, you have to pick out of these middle tier women, which woman that's your woman that you're going to invest in. Now, a lot of them, you're going to find some on the spectrum of beautiful. You know what I'm saying? You're going to find some on the spectrum of, you know what I'm saying, they're average women. I learned from an old school guy that if they start out beautiful, a lot of times they don't end up beautiful. If you get you one who's in that progression, she's gonna always be beautiful. She starts out here, she creeps into this woman, she finds herself in her late 20s, boom, boom, boom. Now she's understanding little things from the beauty standpoint. You know, I'm saying this is just something that the old guy told me. But you know, almost like the ugly duckling syndrome. But you those women on those scales. But these middle tier women, these are the women that you should do all, I believe all men, the richer men and the 9 to 5 guys who got a good paying job, who's understand, they should dwell in the women in this area. These are the women that's going to make good wives. These are the women that's going to make good mothers. These are the women that's going to be someone who you can count on. And because at the end of the day, that's all it's about. Finding someone that you can count on, that you can lean on, and vice versa, she can lean on you.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody talk about 50-50. There's no such thing. I'm not giving half of nothing. Either I'm gonna give 100 and you give 100, or it's not gonna happen.
I mean, it's never 50-50, and it's never 100-100.
Yeah, but I'm
Sometimes
talking about
it's
the effort.
70
I'm
30.
talking about the effort. I'm talking about the effort.
Yeah, okay.
I'm talking about the effort, because that's what marriage is. It's effort. Are you willing to get up to date and give 100% effort in maintaining this relationship?
Well, yeah, I mean, even then, it's not always 100 because sometimes sometimes you got them days, bro. You got them days, them week where you just like, oh, boy, I don't know if I can do this. This, but it's hard. But you have those
Yeah,
days. You have those days when you're at work where it's like,
yeah,
man, I can't stand this job. I hate these
yeah,
people. Bro,
yeah,
I just
yeah.
want to go home, eat a bucket of ice cream, and climb my ass in the bed because I can't stand none of these people.
Can't stand, can't stand.
But it be like that sometimes. And so, but it's being aware, right? If you're
Yeah.
going through those motions, you're at 30% and you're unaware that you're at 30%, it could lead to issues, right? And you let your partner know, hey, look, I'm only at 30%, so you're gonna have to hold up the other 70% because I ain't got it. And you know, it shows up in arguments and
Yeah.
disagreements. And I think it was Michelle Obama who said that her it was what, like, they've been married for 40 plus years, and she said about 10 years where she couldn't stand him. Obviously, like, she still love him, but it was some rough times in their marriage. And so that's 25%.
Yeah.
So if they've been married for that long, you know, what makes you think that you're not gonna have issues in your relationship?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's always going to be pickup problem. My thought process of when I was saying was that you, if you're not willing, if you're because if you have any reservations about being with somebody, you know what I'm saying? Any. I don't care if it's 5%. So if you're not 100% into being available for that person, then it's not. That's my thing. You can't have a relationship with you saying, "Hey, to me, 50%. I think I'm 50% into this person today." You can have your ups and downs. You can have your disagreements. You can have your when you don't like somebody. But if somebody comes to you and say, uh, "Would you give this person up for anybody else? Your person up?" You gotta be unequivocally saying no. And you could only be that if you're 100% into being there for that person. It's
Hmm.
that's just my thought process. Now, you know what I'm saying? The uplifting and being strong. Well, yes. Some days I'm gonna be down. I'm gonna be emotionally down. I need you to carry this weight a little bit today. I need you to stand strong and stand pat for me today. And vice versa. Financially, I'm down. I need you to hold on 30. I need you to carry 60% of it today or this month. All I got is 30. You know what I'm saying? I got laid off. I got a little savings, you know what I'm saying? But I need you to hold it down till I get another job and do this here. That's how I see it. But if you're not 100% into it to attempt to give your all, then what is it then? What exactly are you doing? Because you got to be willing. That's like a boxer. Boxing is 100% prepared. He's 100, but if he's not 100% willing to get into that ring and there's any reservation, he gonna get knocked out.
Hmm.
He gonna get knocked out.
Yep.